Hello, how are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I am good. It is lovely not to whisper. It's not 6 a.m. and the
No,
children are not around. We're like,
no.
ha
They're
ha.
safely having fun at school and the
Yes,
house is very quiet.
that's it. So, how's your first week of January been?
Good. Really good, actually. The girls only did half a week at school, so I think that helped. Wednesday,
Yes,
Thursday, Friday. It
easy
was quite
win.
nice to ease back into routine.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I'm feeling took it slowly. Didn't like go at it 100 miles an hour, but equally got back into routine, which felt
Yeah.
really good. And yes, I think I shared this with you at the end of last week that I kind of had a bit of an aha moment where I was like, actually, I don't need to stop routine just because it's not routine. Sorry, the things that I do that make me feel better, like my morning magic, getting out for a walk in the morning. I hadn't done it over Christmas,
Yeah.
um, and I was not doing it at the weekends either. I was just doing it Monday to Friday, and it suddenly dawned on me last week, like why stop? Why stop the good stuff? Just because it's the weekend. So anyway,
I
yes, I
love
had a
that though.
great first week back, and I went for a walk at 6 a.m. on Saturday morning
That's amazing. And Sunday.
and Sunday. Yes,
You
yesterday
did. I was going to
I
say, I'm
did.
sure you've done it all,
Yes,
like literally
yeah.
every
I
day that
think I've
I've
done
spoken to you.
4 mornings, 4 mornings last week. It was
Amazing.
amazing. It's like it doesn't need to
Yeah.
stop just at the weekend.
It's funny that, isn't it? Where we literally have such a view on what weekends should be. And like, it's
Yeah,
like we just switch off everything, but even the things that we maybe enjoy in the week or things
yeah.
that, I don't know, that we just feel like, yeah, it's a funny one.
It is, but it felt good because that time is for me. That time is
Yeah.
for me to wake up on my own, have that headspace. I'm like, why stop it on a Saturday and Sunday? Like, don't get me wrong, we slow the pace down on the weekend because it's all go,
Mhm.
go, go in the week. But I'm still in a better mindset when
Yeah.
I've had my walk. So I can have a slow day, but starting with that headspace,
Just helps.
it helps massively.
And it's good to identify and be at that point where you enjoy that. Because
Yes.
sometimes if we don't enjoy it, it's not about pushing at the weekend because
No.
but finding those things that we enjoy that is time for us that make us feel good and
Yeah.
us uniquely, isn't it? Because like my way of doing it is very different to your way of doing it, and like our way of doing it will be very different to anyone listening. And if you've not found what that is yet, like just go and have a little discover, because
Yeah.
you can go out there and find out what those things are. It could look like meditating, it could look like journaling, it could look like running with the most upbeat music on,
Yeah.
or whatever it is that is that space for you. Just go and find out, like go on a
Yeah.
mission this year to find out what are those things, because I'd massively lost touch with what those were. And all these
Yeah.
practices are quite new as well. Like I've definitely only recently started, over the past couple of years, doing all the things that I love doing now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
And
it's never
and
too late to just discover that thing.
no, it's really not. And like you've just said, like it's just about trying. Like if you don't know what those things are,
Yeah,
then try
definitely.
and
Definitely.
see what brings the joy.
Yes. Go on a little
So
joy hunt.
yeah. So how was your week? Tell me, how was your
Yes.
first week in Jan?
It was good. It was good. And I am on a bit of a spiritual path at the
Ooh.
minute, which I'm really, really enjoying. My wonderful auntie got me some crystals. She was the one who got me a journal and pen and absolutely transformed my life a couple of years ago. And this she's so good at buying presents. Like I'm literally like, you just
Brilliant.
nail it every time. She got me some crystals and a moonology book. And oh my goodness, I'm just loving just being on a bit of a different trajectory. Is that the right word?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
Just welcoming in a little bit of spirituality and just figuring
Mm.
out, oh, what do I kind of I believe in something, but I don't quite know what that is yet, if that
Mm.
makes sense. And I'm just enjoying discovering what are my beliefs,
Yeah.
because I do believe in something. I don't think at this point in time I would call it God, but I believe in the universe and
Yeah.
a bigger thing than us. And yeah, It's a
That's
good
really
place to
exciting.
be.
That's really exciting. And that also goes back to the just trying new things,
Yeah.
doesn't it? But being open,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Well, I said to you, didn't
Open
I?
to,
I'm going to go to our local spiritual church, which I did not even know existed.
mm,
That is a comfort
mm,
zone push, but I'm like, who am I going to meet there? Like, that's exciting.
yeah.
Scary, but exciting.
Report back. I want to hear. I want
Yeah,
to hear on
yeah.
that, because that is really exciting to do that. And yeah,
Getting
just
out of
put yourself
these.
out there and
Yeah,
trying these new things. It's liberating as well.
it really,
It takes
really
a
is.
comfort zone push, and it takes you know, it can feel nerving and a bit uncomfortable, but it's only when we do those things that's
Yes. And
it happens.
the thing that's really coming to light for me at the moment, I remember way back when I began this journey, seeing a lot like get comfortable with feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah,
And I think I'm genuinely getting comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. Like it doesn't scare me half as much as what it used to because I've just continually got a little bit uncomfortable.
yeah,
And there is so much in that uncomfort. Like there is so much life, there is so much discovery, there is so much magic in that uncomfortable, out of comfort zone little
yeah,
space that not many of us manage to break out of very often because we get bogged down in routine and how we think our life should look and feel like. And, you know, that life is this way and we can't change it. Like, oh my goodness, we can. I
we can.
literally thought my path was to be a stay-at-home mum and continue on that and just I got to a point where I was like, I don't think I want that anymore. And now I'm like, thank goodness I decided to just see what other things there are and didn't just, I love being a stay-at-home mum, but I wanted more for me.
Definitely,
And I'm really glad I did
definitely.
that. So I hope, yeah, in kind of voicing that, whatever, like, if you'd have told me I'm going on a spiritual path a few years ago, I would have been like, what? Really? Really?
What's that?
I'm
What's
not,
that
yeah.
now?
I'm going to spiritual church. What? But let's discover, let's
Yeah.
just have fun with life and just find out what those things are that we enjoy. Um, so this leads me on nicely because I have a topic today that I wanted to talk
Yay.
about, and you have
Look,
not a clue what it is.
that's the best way for me, so I don't overthink it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're going to talk about today, but I love it.
So tomorrow we are starting our incredible Dare to Dream program. And I thought, what a better chance to just come on. What me and Kat have both been doing this week is figuring out what are we daring to dream about? Because the thing that I love most about what we do is we do it together, we do it in a community, and that means us as well. We are in the trenches with you guys, like literally discovering what we want, how we want to live, getting into the driving seat of our lives, and just being on this journey together. So, going to put you in the hot seat, Kat. What are you daring
Go
to
for it.
dream about in this program?
No idea. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Well, actually, am I joking, Charlotte? So, like you said, we are in the trenches and we with you guys, and we absolutely are. So, I do have something that I'm going to share that I'm daring to dream about this year. I do have something, but also I am equally looking forward to hosting this incredible program and doing the work with you guys in that
Yeah.
session and figuring out in finer detail what I
Exactly.
want.
Yeah.
Like I've got a surface, I've got an idea of what I want, I've got an idea of how I want 2023 to look, I've got an idea of how I want to grow, but I want to just get a bit deeper on that, and that's obviously part of what we're doing in Dare to Dream. So on the surface at the moment, what I'm dreaming about this year is finding my voice. That might sound a bit odd because I'm here recording a podcast. But if you knew what I had to overcome to get over, to be recording this podcast today, what was I like this time
Yeah.
last year? No.
It would have been, yeah, it
When
would have been. We're
yeah,
getting on for a year of doing the podcast in like April
podcast,
or
yeah.
something, I think.
Yeah. I wrote, I think I shared this in a previous podcast actually. I wrote a complete document on all the reasons why I should record a podcast. I wrote down everything that was stopping me. And then I just completely flipped it. I was like, but these are my reasons why. And my reasons why were so much stronger than my reasons not to. My reasons not to were because what will people think? People will laugh at me. Who's she to record a podcast? I hate the sound of my own voice. She's really brummy. I'm not clear. I'm not articulate. All of this was against me. All of this was the stories I'd created that I was using to basically stop myself to get in my own way. And yeah, so I created this document and I wrote down all my reasons why, like why I should or why I want to. So where am I going with this?
So you're kind
my
of
voice.
Yeah, you're wanting to go that next level with it, aren't you?
Yeah. So this was a major step for me. This was a huge step. I've always known that I wanted to share with the women of the world what we do, what I do. And I know I'm really good at it. This is stepping into using my voice right now.
Yes,
I'm glad you put me on the spot. No, I'm good, but I'm also deeply, deeply passionate about helping women think and feel and live better. Helping women just do things a little bit differently to get different outcomes, to get different results. And I just want to, this year, dream to grow in confidence with my voice. And I want to use my voice to find my voice. I don't know what that looks like yet.
Yeah.
But voicing it.
Yeah. So step one.
Scary. And he's going to make it happen, publicly announcing that that's what I want to do does feel scary, but it also feels really good because I don't know, it just feels good to get that out. That feels really good to get that out, that this year, 2023, I'm daring to dream about finding my voice. And I'm not getting fussed down in the detail of it yet. Like, what does that look like? How do I find my voice? What do I even mean? But I know what that means for me. And I know that means me building confidence in being confident about speaking up, openly and honestly about all that I know and in every way that I can help, and obviously what we do in the club. So yeah, that's my mission.
Because it's quite interesting, isn't it? Because anyone listening to this may be thinking, well, you are confident because you're speaking on a podcast.
True.
So just to delve a little further, what does go on behind the scenes?
What is in my head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Massively putting you on the spot.
Wow, we're going
but
there.
You know how we can literally think that someone is like anyone probably listening to this would like, you are confident. Like, that's amazing. Like, why don't you feel it yet?
Straight into the jugular. There she goes. There she goes.
I must.
It's fine. It's good. It's weird because I would say I'm a confident person. Massively contradicting myself here right now.
Yeah, no,
I would
good.
say I am a confident person. I am, and I feel confident. Like, I haven't always been. Let's take, I don't know, networking, for example. I started networking when I was like 22, 23. I worked for a company and had to go to this breakfast meeting and stand up in front of a room of probably like 20 middle-aged men in suits. There's maybe another woman in the room, and I was this young 20-year-old, and I had to stand up for 60 seconds and talk about this business. Did I have the confidence then? No. Was I petrified? Yes.
Yeah.
Did I have to do it because it was part of my job? Yes. Did I have no choice? No. But now you say to me, let's go to a networking event. I'm like, boom, get me there. Like, I'm ready to go meet some people. I love meeting new people. I love finding out about people. I love communicating. I love building rapport. So in that respect, I'm really confident. I think what goes behind the scenes, that goes on in my mind, is it's when it's not when it's talking about me, I don't think, but let me think on this one. I sometimes feel like, is what I've got to say, or you're going to be like, Kat, no, come on, girl,
let it out.
Is it enough? Is it?
Oh my goodness, and it is so enough.
Yeah, I know, and I'm like kicking myself right here because
no, but this is why I wanted you to voice this, because I think it's so important for people to hear, because confidence, we think we either have it or we don't. But confidence is a journey, just like everything else. It goes up, it goes down. Like, you will wake up and you'll have a really confident day. You'll go and speak on stories and you go do this, 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 and this. like it's about taking note of that and using that for the
Yeah.
next time that you're not feeling confident. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, and giving yourself that boost of, yeah, I am doing this. And
Yeah.
like the days where it's just dipping a little bit, you pull back into something that someone said that absolutely made your day in those
Mm.
moments.
You're right. And I feel that confidence for me, like I'm confident in many things, and then I'm not confident in many things. And I think we can apply ourselves in different ways, can't we?
Yeah.
We most confident comes with like Brendan Burchard,
Hmm.
high performance coach, incredible. He talks about the confidence competence loop. Like we gain in
Yeah.
confidence when we grow competence, and then we go get confidence and competence. So put me in my restaurant, get me to
Hmm.
run service on a busy night with 120 covers, with people not liking this dish, people turning up late,
Yeah.
people, an angry chef, you know, and I am there. I am in my element. I
Yeah.
know exactly what to do. I am all the confidence. And it's just landed for me. And thank you for asking me this question, because it is about the competence. Like, and I say this to my teams in the restaurant when they're these young 16, 17-year-olds that are coming on board. I'm like, your confidence grows when you know what you're doing. It's
Hmm.
like, so we as a company, as the restaurant, we train our team to, like, we don't just expect them to come out and know what to do. We give them the
Yeah.
tools, we equip them so they
Yeah.
can have that confidence, because it's hard to have the confidence when you don't know what you're doing. And it's not that I don't know what I'm
Exactly.
doing. I absolutely do know what I'm doing in this space, but this is new to me.
Hmm.
Showing up, I've
Yeah.
wanted to speak my voice for so many years, Charlotte. You know this.
Yeah.
You know this journey I've been on. I coached 15 years ago. I set my own practice up at the age of 24. I was working as a 24-year-old life coach, working with small individuals that were running small independent businesses, typically
Mhm.
creative industries, because that's where I came from, creative industry, and coach them on work-life balance. And because I was so passionate about people, helping them better their lives, then bizarrely ended up in hospitality. Stopped coaching,
Love it. I
but
love it.
continued to coach
Yeah.
myself
Hmm.
massively and my teams.
Yeah.
And then I just fell into hospitality, and I stuck there for X amount of years, had my kids, and got to this point where I'm like, my passion, my heart is still with helping people feel better and living the
Mm.
best lives that they
Yeah.
can live, and equipping them with those tools, because we
Mm.
all have that ability to do that, and we all have that choice to acquire these tools step by step, you know.
Yeah.
um where I've lost my train of thought. So where was I? um
Where were we?
where were we? Sorry, I
No, no,
literally
I
feel
got
like I've
really
just
into,
clipped in
yeah.
time. Sorry.
No,
So
it was about like finding, like, obviously finding the confidence in your voice and how it's
yeah,
different, how you can be in different environments and you've got confidence,
yes,
but this is new.
that was it. So although what I do is not new, the coaching, the inner work, all this stuff that is so
Hmm.
magical isn't new. I've been doing it for a really long time, for myself and for others. Doing it in this way is new.
Yeah.
Showing up at TAGC with the members, on socials, so I suppose just speaking out, speaking
Yeah.
up, um,
And
is
finding
new.
your own way of doing that as
My
well,
own
isn't it?
way, yeah.
And I think that's kind of hitting the nail on the head. And I know that I expressed this to you recently, that I know a part of my journey was really figuring out what is my unique message. Like,
Yeah.
because all of this self-development stuff, like everything is, we've said this before, it's not new, it's nothing
No,
new. Like,
no.
guys, you could go and get a book and read up on it and go implement, and you could go and change your life tomorrow with just one book. Like,
Yes,
you really could, if you went
yes.
all in and found it. Like, I genuinely believe that. But there's a thing called life that gets in the way.
Mm,
There's a thing called our minds that gets in the way. We get in our own way, and doing it like in this space and finding our own unique way of doing it is
yeah,
where the magic is.
it
And
is.
I know I've had to find what my unique message was. And I feel like, obviously, a couple of years ago, we had a very big traumatic incident that kind of probably fast tracked me to that, really, because it just did. There was no option other than to be my authentic self. I felt like I was fully stripped back, and I was there, and I had to see that person and look at how she dealt with that. But it's just such an exciting part of the journey. And I just want to say, like, on here, that you are confident. Like, it's just you believing in your confidence because you are doing it, and you are doing it so beautiful. And I know there'll be many people listening to this, and especially members who'll be like, Kat, like, you are doing it. Like, what? But I think it's really good to voice, because it doesn't mean that like any of us are failing if we're not feeling confident in something.
No.
It really doesn't. And I think that is so special, because we all have unconfident days. We all have new things, like, you know, that we want to do in our lives that we don't feel confident in straight away. And that is okay. That is normal. Like, that is a normal part of it all. But yet that lack of confidence stops us just pushing through and getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, doesn't it?
And that's why I just got to do it. It's like a muscle. I'll only get competent if I and grow in confidence if I just keep doing it, keep doing more of it, and just taking that action, messy, imperfect action.
Yeah.
And then it'll become something that I do with ease, you know, and that confidence will grow. And I trust in that, because I've took that approach in other things. I've grown in confidence in other ways.
And then when you get confident in that, you'll get that lovely human nature of us where we're like, oh, what's next?
Oh, there'll be something else. Oh my gosh, of course there will.
And you're like,
of course there will.
And this is what hit for me, as I was like, yes, let's get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Let's get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because life is too short to stay in our comfort zone. Let's see what's out there. Let's get into that magical outer comfort zone space and just see what's possible. So thank you so much for sharing that with us, because I think that's really important to like.
Yeah. Thank you for asking that question, because we have been having chats about this, and I know I sent you, I think it was ramblings of voice notes last week about this, or this weekend, when I've been really journaling this through, haven't I? So just thank you for asking that question, because the more I talk about it, the more I feel like I'm doing something with it, if that makes sense. And just on the comfort zone thing, the quickest way to grow is to push through your comfort zone. And like you said, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and know that you can't fail. Just changing that relationship with failure, you can only learn. You know, that's like, you can't use failure as an excuse to hold you back anymore, because it's not there. You change your, you know, I failed to, what can I learn? And that feels hard, don't get me wrong. That feels hard, but the more you practice that, the easier that becomes.
Definitely.
And the quicker your response is, what can I learn?
100%. Love that.
What's your dare to dream? Can I put you on the spot?
You can.
Back at you.
Yes. So and like you say, this is anyone who does want to join Dare to Dream. You do not even have to be at this point yet. This is just us getting a little ahead of time, obviously, with kind of running the event. But we are doing this alongside you. And just a little idea of my focus is that I want to write a book.
Sorry, just celebrate. I love this. I love this.
I know that there is a book inside of me, and I have massively been making excuses in my mind not to write it. I've busied myself, and don't get me wrong, it has been busy. But if I really actually want to do this, and if I tapped into my reason why when I use that, I've not got time, I would have at least written more than I have right now. So for me, it's about kind of just pushing through that fear. And there was something that I read yesterday. I hope this is going to come back to me now. Was it a bad page is better than a blank page?
Yes.
And I'm like,
that's something I sent something to you this morning from Hay House.
Was it from that? Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that was, I was going to say. But yeah, you can edit a bad page. Or something like editing,
you
can
edit a bad
page.
You
can't
can't
edit a blank page.
Yeah.
There you go.
And this is where I get to that point of, and I express this to you, like, I feel like I love what we do in TAGC, and I think my confidence has grown in that. And then I've got to this point, I'm like, what's the next scary bit? Like, for me, that I need to do to keep pushing and keep evolving with our members as well. Because if I just stayed stagnant at this place, and I'm stagnant, but like stayed at this place, I'm not growing anywhere. So I've got to grow so that we all grow together. So I'm like, what does that look like? And that for me looks like writing this book. It looks like me not making excuses. Some of the excuses in my head were like, it's too late, because the thing that I really want to write about was the traumatic event that I spoke about just before, which is where our 2 dogs were stolen. And thankfully we got them home, but we did lose one of them in the process through illness as a result. But that was such a tough time, but such a monumental time in me as a person and us as a family. I feel like we were tested beyond belief, but we got back up again. And there was so much in that period of time, and my head in excuses were going, it's too late. No one wants to hear about it now. Like, you should have done it a year ago. Like, you should have done this. Like, I've not got enough to say.
Should. Like, you shouldn't all over yourself.
Enough. Like,
it's never too late.
Yeah.
We're never too old or too young, or we don't know enough, or we don't have the skills, or we're never too anything. Like,
and this is so new to me, because do I know how to write a book right now? Not at all. Can I figure it out? Yes.
I was going to say, did you know how to set up an online membership
platform
this time? Well, 18 months ago? No, or longer. You learned.
Yeah.
You
One
learned
step at a time. I learned, and I pushed little comfort zone by little comfort zone, and I did it. And yeah, it's just about knowing that we literally can do it. And if there's something in our heart, I genuinely believe it's in there for a reason, and we can do it. We've just got to get out of our own way for long enough to keep pushing that comfort zone and keep growing in that way.
And delve into our whys. Like you just touched on, like, coming back to kind of work through those excuses that you're putting on yourself. You had to strengthen that why, and that is obviously part of something that we're going to be doing it as the 4-week program of Dare to Dream, and that's just key, because in these moments where we're like, oh no, I just can't, I don't have the time, I'm too old, it's too late, whatever stories we're going through in our minds, it's like, no, come on, come back to why. Like with me with the podcast, come back to why. Because I want my girls to be able to, if they're in a moment where, if I'm ever not here and they want to hear my voice, and hopefully through what I say, some goodness, they can tap into that, they can hear my voice, and they can get some value and some nuggets of how to just love themselves and be their authentic selves always. That's really important to me. So that allows me to get over the, what will people think? Will people laugh? She's too brummy.
No one is literally
like seriously, my girls are just everything. And that's my why for that, for the podcast. So
do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to flag this one as well for you to listen to in even 6 months' time.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Because we move way faster than we realise. And I think it's going to be so powerful for you to listen to this back, because I almost wish we'd done it 6 months previous, because you have grown in confidence massively, and it's just taking note of it all, isn't it? And like, which I know you are doing, like, absolutely.
But it's easy to forget that sometimes.
It is.
It's easy. And that's why we have these weekly reminders in the club with like, right, take note, acknowledge what you've done.
Yeah.
Think of all that you have done. Stop, focusing on all that you didn't. Acknowledge what you did do and be proud of that.
Definitely.
Be so proud. And just quickly, for our listeners, I just want to say, I'm holding Charlotte accountable to writing this book.
Yes.
By the way, like, I'm totally holding her accountable, because I can't wait to read it. I
Thank
really,
you.
honestly, I can't. The passion and the meaning behind it is just wonderful. And you write so beautifully. You
Oh,
really do.
thank you.
And that is just going to feel, once you've got that book in your hands, it's going to be so magical. So yeah, we're holding her accountable, guys. She is
Yes.
doing this.
Brilliant.
And then
Ooh,
she's got the blueprint then of how to write and publish a book,
yeah.
which we're going to tap into.
Yeah.
Like, I've been like, for
Book number
years, there's a book
2.
in me, there's a book in me. I'm like, well, I'm going to let Charlotte do it first. And then she's just going to tell me everything she knows. Because that's what we do. That's we help each
Yeah.
other. We shorten this curve. If
Yeah.
you want to know how to do something, you
Mhm.
can do it on your own. You absolutely you can. And when I went into coaching, when I went into personal development, inner work in my early 20s, I did do it alone. And it was, although I was so driven by it, you know, I
Yeah.
just persevered. And I had a few people around me that kind of got what I was doing. But to be kind of encompassed and like supported in a group of people
Yeah.
like the club that are all on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Oh, it's
Yeah.
wonderful, isn't it?
It really is. And it's just seeing what is possible, isn't it? Like, I look back now, oh my goodness, to anyone who is sat just feeling frustrated and meh about their day-to-day life. Like, you have so much power within you right now to make some changes and feel 100% better.
Yeah.
Like, to just turn your routine on its head, to put you first and just discover, like you say, what do you want your life to look like? Not what do you think it should look like for anybody
Yeah.
else. What do you want? And Dare to Dream, it's there for you guys. Obviously this is going out. We're filming this today. It's going out today.
Yes.
So you won't have long when you're listening to this. We start on the 10th of the 1st, 2020. Oh my gosh. We start
2023.
10th of the 1st,
2023.
2023.
Of Jan, the 10th of Jan 2023.
Yeah.
8 p.m.
Yes.
Join us live. That's session 1, week
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
And we're rolling for the last 4. So oh Jesus, it's contagious. We're doing 4 weeks in January, guys, starting from tomorrow. Starting on every Tuesday in January, 8 or 9 o'clock. It's £6 a week.
Yeah.
It's
We
£6 a
are.
week.
Honestly, I cannot wait. Like, the
I'm so
momentum that is already
excited.
building. I'm like,
I feel
oh,
like I'm bursting.
yeah.
I'm just excited. I'm excited for our members. I'm excited for those that are non-members that have joined up. The doors are going to be closing at 5 o'clock tomorrow. That's on the 10th. So that's the last opportunity to get in. You are so worth investing in. You are so worth investing in. And you got 100% money back guarantee. If you show up to the 4 live sessions and do the work and you don't get anything from it, nothing. We give you money back because we guarantee you will absolutely get something from this. You will ignite.
Yes, you absolutely will. And we're so excited to just be a part of it and just see so many women just fly. Like, literally, 2023 is the year to get out of your own way and just see what is possible for you, because there is so much. So yeah, we'll leave it there, shall we? It's been so lovely to chat.
It has, as always. Thank you for asking me that
Yes.
question. I really appreciate it.
No worries. And I hope this just provides just a little bit of something to anyone listening, that you are magic. Like, you really, really are. You are enough. Like, you have a story to tell. Like, you are just so capable of so much more than you're giving yourself credit for right now. And we're here for you and we believe in you, and sending so much love.
Sending out love. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.